Seth Rollins stepped into the ring on WWE Raw with the kind of confidence that could fill an entire arena, and what followed was a promo that had every wrestling fan glued to their screens. The visionary didn't come to play nice or sugarcoat his intentions. He came with one purpose: to remind everyone exactly who he is and why his legacy stands above the rest. This wasn't just another segment. This was Seth Rollins cementing his claim as the greatest of all time, and he did it with the kind of fire that only a true champion can deliver. If you're a wrestling fan who lives for those edge-of-your-seat moments, you're going to want to hear every single word of what went down. And hey, if you love this kind of content, hit that subscribe button because we've got more coming your way. The crowd was electric the moment Seth's music hit. You could feel the anticipation building as he made his way down the ramp, every step deliberate, every gesture calculated. This is a man who knows how to command attention, and he wasn't about to let anyone forget it. When he grabbed that microphone, you knew something special was about to happen. Seth didn't waste time with pleasantries or warm UPS. He went straight for the throat, laying out his accomplishments like a masterclass in self-promotion that somehow didn't feel like bragging because every word was backed by undeniable truth. He talked about his journey from the independent circuit to becoming one of the most decorated superstars in WWE history. He reminded everyone of the championships he's held, the main events he's headlined, and the moments he's created that will live forever in wrestling history. But this wasn't just a trip down memory lane. Seth was building a case, brick by brick, proving why his name deserves to be mentioned in the same breath as any legend who ever stepped foot in a WWE ring. The way he delivered each line had weight to it, a seriousness that made even his harshest critics sit up and listen. What made this promo truly special was how Seth addressed the elephant in the room. He acknowledged the doubters, the critics who say he's arrogant or that he doesn't deserve the accolades he claims. Instead of shying away from it, he leaned into it. He challenged anyone who disagreed to step up and prove him wrong. He dared his opponents, past and present, to match his resume. The confidence wasn't just for show. It was the kind of self-belief that separates good wrestlers from great ones, and great ones from legends. Seth made it clear that he's not waiting for history to judge him. He's writing his own story right now, and he's making sure everyone knows it. The crowd had mixed reactions throughout, which only seemed to fuel him more. Some fans cheered his boldness while others booed his audacity, but that didn't matter to Seth. He fed off the energy either way, using every cheer and jeer as ammunition to drive his point home harder. He talked about how he's carried WWE on his back through different eras, how he's adapted to every challenge thrown his way, and how he's outlasted countless rivals who thought they could knock him off his perch. The passion in his voice was undeniable, and even those who wanted to hate him couldn't deny the truth behind his words. Seth then shifted gears and started talking about the present and future. He made it clear that despite everything he's accomplished, he's not done yet. He still has goals to achieve, records to break, and moments to create. This wasn't a retirement speech or a victory lap. This was a declaration of ongoing dominance. He called out anyone who thinks they can take his spot, inviting them to try their best because he's ready for whatever comes next. The intensity in his delivery during this part was off the charts, and you could tell he meant every single word. The visionary also touched on what it means to be the greatest. He broke down the criteria piece by piece. It's not just about titles, though he has plenty. It's not just about longevity, though he's been at the top for years. It's about impact, about changing the game, about being the person everyone else measures themselves against. Seth positioned himself as the standard bearer of this generation, the one who set the bar that everyone else is still trying to reach. He talked about reinventing himself multiple times throughout his career, proving he's not a one-trick pony but a complete performer who can excel in any role. He brought up his matches with some of the biggest names in the industry, reminding everyone of the classics he's delivered. From ladder matches to Hell in a Cell battles, from championship victories to legendary feuds, Seth has been part of it all. He didn't just participate in those moments. He elevated them. He made them better. And that's what separates him from the pack, according to his own words. Anyone can show up and have a match, but it takes someone special to consistently deliver at the highest level year after year. The promo took another turn when Seth addressed the concept of respect. He talked about how some people are handed respect based on their name or their history, but he's earned every ounce of respect he's received. He's fought tooth and nail for his position, battled through injuries, overcome setbacks, and silenced doubters at every turn. He didn't ask for handouts or shortcuts. He took what was his through pure talent and determination. This part resonated deeply because it spoke to anyone who's ever had to prove themselves against the odds. Seth's delivery throughout this entire promo was masterful. He knew when to raise his voice for emphasis and when to bring it down to a near whisper to make people lean in closer. He played with the crowd's emotions like a conductor leading an orchestra. Every pause was intentional, every gesture meaningful. This is what years of experience looks like, and it's why Seth Rollins remains one of the best talkers in the business today. He doesn't need a script to sound good. He just needs a microphone and something to say. As the promo continued, Seth got philosophical about legacy. He asked what it means to be remembered and how people want to be seen when their careers are over. He made it clear that when people look back on this era of wrestling, his name will be at the forefront. He'll be the one they talk about, the one whose matches they re-watch, the one whose impact shaped the industry. This wasn't arrogance speaking. This was a man who's confident in what he's built and unafraid to claim his rightful place in history. The closing moments of the promo hit differently. Seth stood in the center of the ring, microphone in hand, and delivered his final message with absolute conviction. He declared himself the greatest of all time, not as a question or a debate, but as a fact. He told everyone watching that they can agree or disagree, but it won't change the truth. He's the measuring stick. He's the standard. He's the man. The way he dropped the microphone and stared into the camera sent chills through the audience. This was Seth Rollins at his absolute best, reminding everyone why he's been at the top for so long. What makes this promo stand out in a sea of weekly wrestling segments is the authenticity behind it. Seth wasn't playing a character. He was speaking from the heart about his career and his accomplishments. He took ownership of his legacy in a way that few wrestlers do. Most wait for others to bestow greatness upon them, but Seth is claiming it for himself right now. That boldness is refreshing, and it's exactly what makes him such a compelling figure in professional wrestling. The reaction online was immediate and intense. Fans flooded social media with their takes on the promo, debating whether Seth's claims hold water. Some agreed wholeheartedly, pointing to his extensive resume as proof. Others pushed back, citing their own favorites as more deserving of the title. But that's exactly what makes this moment so perfect. Seth got people talking, arguing, and engaging with the product. That's the mark of a truly effective promo. It doesn't just entertain in the moment. It creates conversation that extends far beyond the show itself. This promo will be remembered as one of Seth Rollins' defining moments. Years from now, when people discuss his career, this will be one of the segments they reference. It showcased everything that makes him special: his charisma, his conviction, his ability to connect with an audience, and his unwavering belief in himself. Whether you love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. And that's exactly where Seth Rollins wants to be. If you love this breakdown and want more wrestling content that goes deep into the moments that matter, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on the action.